Hello, 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 and welcome. Hello, 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 and welcome back, beautiful people. Hola, ¿cómo estás, my lovely people? Let's get comfortable, okay? We want to get comfortable because we about to dive in. You already know how it go. We about to have some good conversation. We about to have a moment of truth, a moment of healing, a moment of growth, a moment of boldness. You know, you got to be real bold to ask yourself some real difficult questions and really be able to answer. And not just answer based on what you might want to hear or what someone else might want to hear, but what you need to hear, what your spirit needs to hear, what your soul needs to hear, what your heart needs to hear to heal. It is a beautiful place when you get to that place of healing, which brings us to what we're about to talk about on this show today. Welcome back to the All In No Limit podcast, where we put it all on the table. You hear me? We put everything right there on the table where we can heal, where we can grow, where we can just be better. Don't you want to be better? Don't you want to be better? Every day I wake up, I want to be better than the Sharon was the day before. Why? Because I want to continue to grow. I want to continue to thrive. I want to just continue to be the best me that I can be. And in order for me to be the best me I can be, I got to keep growing. I got to keep learning. I got to keep healing. I have to keep forgiving. I have to get to a place where I can live in complete freedom. And when I talk about freedom, I'm talking about the freedom to be who I am, the freedom to love me, the freedom to just be, appreciate who I am. And oftentimes, people don't get to experience living in that type of freedom. The Webster's Dictionary talks about freedom. It says it's the power or right to act, speak, and think as one wants without hindrance or restraints. So it's the ability to be 1000% authentically who you are without having to explain, without making an excuse, and living in that thing and being proud of it. This is how I'm taking it, because I just believe that I would love to see a lot more free people walking around. Free to wear your hair how you choose to. And who cares what everybody thinks? Free to dress how you want to dress without having to feel the backlash. Oh, you dress like an old lady, or you're dressed too hoochie, or you're dressed... Let people be people. Let people do their thing. Do what makes you happy. However, there's consequences. Do what makes you happy without hurting other people. Do what makes you happy without being a hindrance to your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I'm doing to create my safe space and create my freedom within, it shouldn't be hindering or hurting anyone else. If that makes sense. Does it make sense to you? It should make sense. We're going to dive into it. Don't worry. When I talk about living in your freedom, I want to take it a next step. I want to take it to, let's talk about this. I want to take it to, there's 3 types of freedoms, right? The first kind of freedom is the freedom from restraints, society, which is what the Webster Dictionary gave us, right? Just being free from nobody stopping you or holding you bound or anything like that. One of my biggest pet peeves is I don't like to be held against my will. That's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I don't like to be in bondage. I've been in bondage before. I've overcame bondage. I'm not going back. I'm not going back to bondage in a relationship, any type of shit, whether it's a friendship, covenantship, whatever type of ship, sistership. It doesn't matter. I'm not allowing myself to be in bondage to people. I'm not allowing myself to be in bondage to society. I'm not allowing myself to be in bondage to social media. I'm not allowing myself to be in bondage to even my own thoughts. Reason being is because there's so much stuff that goes on around us, and we allow all of this stuff to affect us. And I was telling my dad one day, I was like, there's a difference between caring and carrying. I will care for you. I will care for your situation. I will pray for you, and I will pray for your situation. But what I will not do anymore is carry people's burdens, carry people issues, carry. No. Only thing I'm carrying is my cross. The only thing I'm carrying is the word of God. The only thing I'm carrying is joy, peace. Those are the things, because it's light. Like, I want to be able to walk with my head hung high and just really be proud of who I am. And part of that is living in your freedom, is living in your truth. To be honest with yourself, to be honest with the people around you, not to hurt anyone's feelings. But it's me telling you, look, I can't do that. Look, I can't be that. Look, I can do this, this, and this, but I can't do this. That's being honest with yourself, and that's being honest with those around you, because it brings about a sense of peace. When you can live in that much freedom and boldness to be like, no. Have you ever been able to say no and not feel guilty? That's freedom. That's freedom. That's freedom. Sometimes we're in bondage to jobs. We're in bondage to a cycle of things that we keep doing to ourselves or allowing ourselves to be in. Some of us has been in cycles in relationships, and they're not healthy. They're toxic. They're very, 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 very toxic. And we have to learn how to step aside. We have to learn how to get out of certain cycles that goes nowhere. If it's not going forward, why stay? If it's not growing, why stay? That's not freedom. That's bondage. Those of us who want to lose weight, who want to feel better. And it's not only about the weight. This is just an example. It's not just about the weight, because you could take that analogy and use it any kind of way. But when you lay aside the heavy weight and unpack all the bags and the stuff and the drama and the gossip and just the negativity, when you release yourself from those things, do you understand how free you are? When you start to release yourself from people, places, and things that bring about so much drama and negativity and irritation and frustration, oh my God. When you learn how to stop having certain conversations with certain people, when you learn, okay, I can only talk about certain things with these people, or I can only go certain places, you will start to open up a new world for yourself. It's like a whole new world, and it's so refreshing. It's so it's refreshing. Do you hear me? Refreshing. To be in a place where you can freely just be free. You can wake up and you can feel good. You could go to sleep without too much on your brain. Have you ever tried to go to sleep and you're in bondage to your thoughts? So your thoughts are constantly racing, and when your thoughts are racing, it's loud. You could be sitting in a room absolutely by yourself, no music, no phone, no TV, no nothing. But when you are in bondage to your thoughts are constantly racing. We have to learn how to hush the noise. Turn it down. Quiet it. Separate from it. Stop it. Rebuke it. Cast it out. Like, do whatever you need to do. But you need to learn how to turn it down. Because your freedom is important. Your freedom is absolutely important, because in order for you to thrive and to dwell in a place of peace and joy, you need freedom for that. You need absolute freedom for that. So that's the first form of freedom, right? Let's jump into the second one. They're going to all connect in some kind of way. The second freedom is freedom to. A freedom to do what we want to do. So in this, I feel like we have full control over our actions, right? We have freedom to live. We have freedom to love. We have freedom to appreciate. We have so much freedom to do. But doing what you want to do means sometimes having to say no to people. Means sometimes doing things by yourself and for yourself. Learning to appreciate your quiet time. Learning to appreciate all the things that you are able to do. Like, I believe in setting my thoughts on things that are positive, those things that are hopeful, things that are pure, things that are joy. Like, my brain capacity, and I say this all the time, and my mental and emotional capacity can't take drama. I'll shut it down so fast. I'll be like, nope, don't want to talk about that. Nope, don't want to talk about that. Or I say, please don't talk about that with me, please. Not right now. Like, my capacity for foolishness is like negative, like, no thank you. To me, that's belittling. I feel like I'm too precious to God, and I'm too much of a masterpiece to minimize myself to such low degrees. What I mean by that is, it's a very low place for you to have to sit up and talk about people. And if talking about people and gossiping about people or coming against people make you feel good in any kind of way, you have to really check yourself. You need a reality check, like real quick. Like, if your goal is to get up and talk about people and find that person that can let you just vent and talk, there has to be something wrong. There's a deep rooted issue in there that needs to heal, that needs to find peace, that needs to get to the root of that issue and get delivered from that thing. Because how could you live in freedom when you're angry and bitter? How could you live in freedom when you wake up mad and complain? You complain every day? You complain you mean to tell me you woke up with breath in your body, you got the activities of your limbs, you in your right state of mind, and all you got to be thankful for is a complaint? Like, there's so many things we could be thankful for, but it's hard to enjoy what most people feel like it's the simple things. It's really not. Have you ever not been able to walk? You're going to appreciate those legs a little bit more. Have you ever had a broken arm or a fractured limb where you couldn't move it? It's in a cast or it's in a brace. If you've ever been restrained, oh, that's good. Okay, Davis. If you've ever been restricted, if you've ever been in bondage to anything, the moment you break free from that thing, you feel like, I can't even explain the freedom and the release that you feel. Like, you feel so restored, you feel rejuvenated, you feel like you're on top of the world. Do you hear me? Have you ever, I remember when I had my ACL reconstruction, you guys. So I tore my ACL and my meniscus, right? I was a sports head. So, and even when I tore it, I kept playing on it rather than getting it repaired. For years, I was playing on it. Unbeknownst to me, I had an ACL tear and all that good stuff, and made it worse over the years to where my knee would literally pop out. I could be standing and it'll fall out of place. I could be walking and fall out of place. Walking downstairs, fall out of place. It was a lot. And I allowed myself to stay in bondage to it because I was in it for years. It happened 2004. I didn't get it restored. I didn't get it fixed until 2017. Imagine all those years of me allowing myself to go through that pain. I knew when it was coming. Like, we know when destruction is coming. We know when pain is coming. We know when the foolishness is coming. We can feel it, And sometimes it'll happen out of nowhere and it's unexpected. Like, we have to learn how to fix the issues before they get too bad, right? Fix the problems. Like, have the uncomfortable conversations before that situation get too out of hand. Sit down and talk to your brother and sister about what's going on and what's the issue and what's bothering you, rather than attacking, rather than talking about them, rather than getting so up in your feelings and always feeling like the victim. We have some people that really always make themselves the victim. Like, this world don't revolve around you and only you. Like, it's a billion other people up in this world. And we have to learn to share this world, but still live in your freedom. And how you do that is you learn how to start to separate yourself from certain things. Unpack some of this junk, like, let it go. Some things that you're holding on to that means you no good, let it go. So that's whatever you're letting go, God is providing freedom for you. He's allowing you to breathe free. Imagine how much you will gain. See, that's the thing. Oftentimes we don't want to let go of things because we don't know what lies ahead. But one thing I'm a firm believer of, whatever you let go, God has the power to restore it with something greater and better and more beautiful and more healthy. Like, when I decided to not allow myself to overthink, and I was like, God, I'm turning my thoughts over to you because this is too much. All these thoughts, like, because you will think about, a lot of people are in bondage to other people. You want to know, you care about what people think about you. You care about what people are saying about you. I can be in a room. This is how much peace I got, y'all. I could be in a room, and I have been, and I always know. And I can know when before I walked in that room, that my name was being discussed amongst these beautiful people, you know. And I would sit there so proud and so humble. And I remember I used to not be able to do that. I used to be enraged. Like, you ever feel that anger, that passion inside, where you're like, I know these so-and-so has been talking about me. I just want to know what they said. But then you get to a place where it doesn't matter what they said. It doesn't, because what they think and what they say doesn't define who you are. That it doesn't define who you are. You have every ability to define who you are. You say who you are. You say who you're not. You say what you're willing to tolerate. Nobody can dictate to you who you should be. Can't nobody tell you, oh, talk like this, walk like this. No. That is your freedom. That is your personal space. You don't let everybody in your personal space to where they could take over and have control over what you do, what you say, what you think, what you love. No. Find out what you love and love the heck out of it. But first and foremost, love the heck out of yourself. Find freedom in that. Find freedom in doing what you want to do. If you want to go somewhere and everybody don't want to go with you, it's okay. Go by yourself. Go by yourself. I love going to the shooting range, and I'm sure a lot of people would love to go to the shooting range with me, but everybody's not always available. And my days off might not match with somebody else's days off. So when it doesn't, what are we to do? What are we to do? We are to get our butts up and we are to go to that shooting range. That's what we do. That's what I do. If I feel like going to the shooting, I'm going to go. With or without anyone. Because that's my freedom space. That's my outlet. That's my joy. That's my peace. That's what I do. You know, learning to love what you do and not be ashamed of it. And don't worry about people questioning you on what you choose to do. It ain't none of their business. If they ask, because I want to. What that lady say, sometimes my business ain't your business. When I say I heard that, I don't know where I heard it from. I don't know if it which social media account I heard it on. But when the lady said it, I was like, baby, I feel you. Sometimes my business ain't your business. And that's okay. You know what? And then the freedom in that is that you don't feel guilty. You don't feel bad. You know, and you're really happy about that. Like, you're happy that you don't have to include everybody in your personal, you know, like, this is personal to me. This is my passion. Everybody can't handle it. This is the vision God gave me. Everybody can't handle it. This is my dreams. Everybody can't handle it. But you will see it. You will see it. You might not be told up front, but you will see it. And that's okay. So finding your freedom, we talked about the first one. Freedom from restraints, society, you know, bondage, all that good stuff. And then freedom to do whatever you want. And then we're going to take it to the third step, a little bit further. Freedom not only to do what you want, but to be who you were meant to be. A lot of us are not living in our truth. What is it that you feel passionate about? What is it that you do, that you want to do, and you can do it without thinking, without studying, without even having to put a plan together? What is it that you want to do? Or what is it that you want to be? If there's something about you that you don't like, you have the power and the ability to change it. You're the only person that can change it. If you want to be better at something, go do it. If you want to be smarter at something, go do it. Dare to be you. Dare to walk in your truth. Dare to do it. Dare to do it. I dare you. I double dog dare you to walk in your truth. I double dog dare you to take a leap of faith. Just take one step closer to exactly who you want to be. What is it? You want more peace? Go grab it. You want joy? Get it. One of my good sisters, ooh, I love her so much. I will meet her. She said, back in the day, she used to see me. She just used to watch me. And she would tell people, like, I want the joy of Sharon. I want the joy of Sharon. I want the joy of Sharon. I want it. And it was a blessing to hear it. And I understand what she meant by it. It wasn't saying she just wanted my joy, but she wanted just that joy, that peace, that freedom, you know? And I was like, wow. And, you know, over the years, as I've experienced a lot of hurt, a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of disappointment, a lot of life, right? We all go through it. And people will inbox me like, man, you're so strong. People will inbox me like, sis, man, thank you for, you know, smiling, and thank you for just me being me. And it was me living in my freedom, y'all. It was me not allowing somebody to dictate to me how I should heal. It was me not allowing people to tell me how I should look when I'm grieving. Oh, well, you don't look like you're grieving. Well, what does grieving look like? I want to see it. When you learn to live in your freedom and you learn to make choices for yourself, you get to say what it looked like. My grief might not look like your grief. My pain might not look like your pain, because we carry things differently. Because I've learned to give my pain and my issues and my problems and my concerns and my cares to God. And not everybody do that. Some people like to carry them around. Some people like to wear them on their shoulders. Some people like a pity party. Not me. I don't want the calls. I don't want the text message. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate calls and I appreciate text messages and I appreciate the love. But baby, I need the prayers. Because the Bible says the prayers of the righteous availeth much. I need the prayers. I need the prayers. You might not hear from me every day. You might not even hear from me every month. And I'm not even going to lie. But you can bet your bottom dollar that you going to hear my prayer. And not only going to hear it, you're going to feel it. Because I pray for the people that are connected to me. I pray for the world, you guys. I pray for those who are hurting, those who are grieving. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for those who are on a journey of life that's ready to soar into new adventures. I'm praying. I'm praying your strength. I'm praying your mental health. I'm praying your heart. I'm praying your joy. I talk about joy and peace almost every single day. Why? Because that which I speak into the atmosphere has to manifest itself. I speak joy over my life every day, and I speak joy over the people's lives that are connected to me. People telling me like, Sharon, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Every time you thank me, I give thanks to God, because I don't look like what I'm going through, and I don't look like what I've been through. And although I am still healing, and although I'm on this journey of still finding out who I am and what I like and what I love, I will never stop living in my truth. And people ask me when I first started doing that, talking about living in my truth, and they were like, what's that? I'm going to tell you what it looked like for me, and your truth might be a little bit different. But my truth is, if I'm sad, I'll allow myself to be sad. Now, I don't make myself sad, and I don't force myself into being sad. Those are totally different things. Understand what I'm saying? When I was in my grieving process, when I was in the early beginning stages of the healing process, when I just decided, okay, you have to heal, I had to forgive. I had to let go. I had to isolate myself. I had to shut down a lot of things. I had to stay away from a lot of things so that I could surround myself with the things that I needed. And I thank God for that, because it was in those moments that I realized what I needed the most was prayer. What I wanted the most was God. And because I allowed myself that time and space, I got exactly what I needed. And what I'm saying that is, so at the early stages, I would tell people, I'm living in my truth. Well, what does it mean? Well, when I'm sad, I allow myself to be sad. I don't force myself like, you gotta be happy. No, I have moments of sadness, and I have moments when I want to cry, and I don't force myself to cry. But when I need to cry, I cry. And anybody that knows me know I'm not a crier. I'm not big on the whole crying thing. But when I'm either crying because I'm in worship, or I'm crying because I need to release. I've learned whatever moment is in the moment, live in it. That's my truth. Right now I'm hurting. And I'm not going to probably spill all of my hurt on other people. But if I'm in a moment of hurt, I sit there, and I feel that hurt. And then I pray and I ask God to help me to work through this hurt. Help me to heal from this hurt. Thank you for allowing me to feel, because I know that I'm alive and I'm human. But thank you. I need to healing. I need to be delivered. I need to be, cover me, because it hurts too much. The pain was raw. It was real. And then on moments where I was happy, like genuinely happy. And I was happy, and I allowed myself to be happy without feeling guilty. And when I wanted to laugh, when there was a pure laugh in my gut, you guys, because I laugh from here. All of this is going to go into the laugh. And that's why it's so healthy for me. I laughed. And I didn't feel guilty about it. I had to make myself not feel guilty, though. It took time, because it was like, you're still grieving. You're not supposed to be laughing. Who said that? Who said because you're hurting, you can't laugh? Who said because the world is coming against you, you can't have a moment of enjoyment? Who said that? Who said that because you're grieving, you just can't enjoy life? You can't go on vacations. You can't get away. Who said that? They're wrong. They're absolutely wrong. Because however you choose to heal, do it. If taking walks helps you to just woosah, do it. Do it. If reading a book helps you to release your thoughts and relax your body, do it. Do what makes you feel good so that you can be the person you want to be. Do what sets you free so that you can be the person that you want to be. Do what gives you so much joy and peace of mind so that you can be the person you want to be. A lot of us is one step away from being who we want to be. Stop caring about what everybody else think. Stop worrying about how everybody else gonna feel. Do what's best for you so that you can be who you want to be, so that you can walk in your truth. And don't be afraid to walk in your truth. Don't be ashamed to walk in your truth. Like, live out loud. When they say laugh out loud, live out loud. People like, you living. I'm living and healing. That's what I be telling people. What you doing? Living and healing and winning. Everything I do, I'm winning. The more I invest in me, I'm winning. The more I take care of my mental health, I'm winning. The more I love on me, I'm winning. The more I do the things that I want to do and I love to do, I'm winning. I'm in a winning season. I'm in a winning era, and I do not plan to ever come off of this winning era. Why? Because we have the ability to choose. No, I won't be happy about everything that goes on around me, but I will remain in peace. I will remain in joy, and I will walk in that, because in every situation that I'm going to face, that I'm going to have to face, I choose to face it with joy. I choose to face it with peace. I choose to respond out of love. I choose to respond out of peace. Reason being is because who wants to be enraged? Who wants to be sad all the time? Who wants to force themselves into depression? Oftentimes people force themselves into depression. Not saying that that's the only cause of depression. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. Some people do suffer with depression. Some people do suffer with suicide. Some people really suffer because mental health is real. It's real. Anxiety is real. It's real. But oftentimes we have been programmed to feel like, well, if you're depressed, you got to always look like this. And you got to always... No, you don't. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay there. You can be proactive about your healing. You can be proactive about taking care of everything that concerns you. You have that ability. You have the right to talk to someone. You have the right to whatever it takes. Even if you have to take medication to get yourself back on track, do what you need to do. Who cares what people think? Who cares if people think you crazy? Majority of us is crazy. I'm crazy. I just know how to control my crazy. And that's real. I'm being 1,000% honest with y'all. I just know how to control my crazy. And some of us have got to the point where we can actually control our crazy. And I'm saying that in a way with the utmost respect, because I don't want anyone to take away from what I'm saying and feel like, oh, I'm talking about anyone. No, I'm not. In all things, I'm always talking about myself. And no one's perfect. No one has all the answers, but you have to figure out what works for you. You have to figure out what's best for you. You have to figure out just where you, like, don't feel like you have to fit in into crowds, into cliques, into situations, into people. Like, you don't have to fit in. You were born to stand out. We are peculiar people. We don't have to look like what people need us to look like. I'm not willing to alter Sharon to fit in with you ever. I will go where I'm appreciated. I'm going to go where I am respected for who I am. For who I am. Don't change who you are, because the more you keep changing who you are for other people, you're going to lose who you are. You ain't going to know who you are. You're not going to know if you're changing because you want to change for you, bomb. You got my 1,000 full support. Full. But if you change it to fit in with other people, you're not going to like you. You're not going to like you. You're not going to like you. I'm going to tell you that right now. And the reason why you're not going to like you is because eventually it's going to become draining. Eventually it's going to become tiring. Eventually it's going to become too hard. Too hard to keep up a facade of being fake. You're going to get tired of wearing a mask. You're going to get tired of playing the role. Eventually you're going to want to come off stage and you're going to want to live in your truth. And you're going to be too afraid that people might not accept you for who you are. When in reality, you should have been who you were the whole entire time. You should have let them see the best part of you. And the best part of you is truly who you are. And if you don't feel like that's the best version of you, go get the best version of you. Invest in yourself so you can be the best you can be. Do what makes you happy so that you can be the person you want to be. Your happiness, your life, all of it depends on it. All of it. All of it. All of it. And don't forget that you are loved. You are appreciated. You are wanted. You are needed. Just the way you are. Just the way you are. You don't have to go searching for acceptance. Accept yourself. Love yourself. And the right people will draw to you. They will literally draw to you. They will draw to you because you are an amazing person. Don't ever forget that. Don't forget to write that on your mirror. I'm an amazing person in every way possible. Talk about how great your characteristics are. Talk about yourself. Talk about yourself. Uplift yourself. Encourage yourself. Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. I want you to. I'm so big. I'm like really big on this self-love thing because I once struggled with not loving me as much as I should. Oftentimes we're looking for other people to love us, to appreciate us, to want us, to celebrate us, when deep down inside, that's just a cover-up. It's a cover-up because we don't know how to love, appreciate, and celebrate ourselves. Start with you first. Celebrate you. Clap for you. Pat yourself on the back. Job well done. Job well done. It starts with you. It starts with you. And the right people will celebrate you. The right people will congratulate you. The right people will love you and appreciate you. Just know I'm here always. I am pushing you into your greater. I believe that God is going to bless you in abundance. In abundance. I believe that. Honestly, 100%. Because, it's all about finding your truth and walking in it. Breathe that thing. Like, breathe it. Wake up and be proud of you. Wake up and say, I love you. I say it all the time. After I be like, good morning, God. Thank you. I'm like, Sherrod, I love you. I look. in the mirror every day. And try it. Just try it for a week. Tell me how you do. Leave a comment and let me know. Get up in the morning and just be like, I love you. Like, look in your eyes. Look deep down in your eyes and say, I love you. Every part of you, I love you. The painful part of you, I love you. You so strong. You so brilliant. You so brave. You are brave to stand up and say, I love you. You are beautiful. You are wanted. You are needed. You are appreciated. You are loved, okay? I will be back. I always come back. But thank you so very much for tuning in to All In No Limits podcast. You guys, we have guests coming. I'm so excited. We have guests coming. I am so excited. And if you would like to be a guest on this show at any times, please send the email. The email will be down in the description. But come, let's talk. Let's conversate. Okay, about some good things so that we can heal, so that we can be happy, we can be whole, okay? Because we all deserve that. So if you want to come on the show, just let me know. We have availability. I'm so excited, you guys. This is a beautiful, beautiful place. And I thank God for this place. So don't forget, tune in, tell a friend, share. Pass the message around. Let the world hear it, okay? I love you so much. Thank you again for tuning in with me, your girl, your friend, your best friend, your motivator, your pusher, the one that's going to always speak life into you and give you so much joy and so much hope, because I love you in real time and in real life, okay? Have a wonderful day. I love you. Again, don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms. It's no limits. Yes, all_in_no limits. That's what all of them say. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Come on, let's go. Leave a comment. I will comment back. I love you. Bye.